In case I forgot to show you the ham, here's the ham. It's a really nice ham. I like it a lot. And it's just got a little bone right there, so there's a lot of meat on here. I figured we'll eat this side. This will be the ham salad side, and this up here will be for the bone, for the ham and beans. You just can't beat it sometimes when you don't realize you screwed up. When you realize you screwed up, and then you get 3 meals out of it. Peace. Hey everybody, it's Marianne at Cooking Pro Tips, and today we're doing a creamy coleslaw along with a ham salad. And the ham salad is, we're going to stuff it into the pita breads that we made the other day. But right here, we're going to have to get it's a creamy corn coleslaw dressing, and it's in the book on page 578. When I was out the other day, I ended up getting some rice wine vinegar over at Whole Foods. Oh, and look at that. It even comes with a little 3-holer. I'm going to need a 1/4 cup. Oops. At least it didn't drop on the floor. Okay, so I'm going to need that. And then it said, I believe it said 2 tablespoons of sugar. Let me double. 1 to 2 tablespoons of sugar. So, let's do 1 tablespoon. See how it turns out. And then 3/4 cup of mayo. Whoopsie daisy. Now I'm doing this a little bit earlier than my lunch because it needs to chillax a little bit. Same thing with the ham salad. What's funny is Mike and I both like creamy coleslaw, and I found a recipe in my Good Housekeeping cookbook years ago, and that's kind of what we always use. But today I want to use it out of my cookbook so that we've got the same cookbook, the same recipe. Now you really have to have a whisk for this part because the mayonnaise and the vinegar don't like each other for some reason. It gets lumpy. There we go. Okay, it could use another tablespoon of sugar. So remember, I only put 1 tablespoon in at the beginning, so I wasn't quite sure how it would turn out. And then, of course, put this in the refrigerator and let it chillax for a little bit. That's not bad. All right. That's the end of the how to make that dressing. Okay, it's Marianne. And I have my cabbages. They said about a 2-pound cabbage. And I didn't weigh it at the grocery store, and I forgot to look on my thing when I bought it. So I got my scale out today, and there we go. Now, it says that to do this, finely shred or chop by hand or in a food processor. It says you should have 8 to 10 cups. Now, if everybody understands, this is the core of the cabbage. That's where it grows out of the ground. So, I'm going to cut off that piece. Then that will be laid flat. Sit him right there. Now, if you just shred finely with a big knife, you got to have a big knife for this. Okay. Whoops, almost got my finger. Got to pay attention where your hand's at. And then we're going to turn this, because depending on your family, you might like shredded or you might like chopped. Mike and I like chopped cabbage. So, this is chopped. See? That's a really nice chopped. Now, it said 8 to 10 cups of cabbage, or 2 pounds. And I never understand it, so 1, 2, look at that, 3 cups right there. So that's 3 cups of cabbage, and that was just off of this one side. So now I'm going to cut down right beside the core. And I didn't get any of the core yet, so that's good. And I'm going to do this. So you don't need a big machine. I have a food processor. And I have put my cabbage in it. I just found out the other day I can slice potatoes. Thin, medium, or thick. I found that fascinating. Had that almost 2 years. Okay, I'll turn this around. Now I'm going to cut the slices into a shred. Chop. All right, so that was 3 cups over here. There's 4 cups. Here's 5 cups. Six cups. And we'll put the rest of this in there. Okay, so we got 6 cups. And look at that. We still have that much lettuce left, or cabbage. And I still have the core attached. Now I'm going to leave that core attached. And I'm just going to start slicing. So I got 6 cups. Okay. Ways to cut your cabbage up. 6 cups. 7 cups. Oh, that's from our hard-boiled eggs. 8 cups. And I gotta pause you. So I have 8 cups of coleslaw in my big bowl. And for 2 people, that's enough. And then I have some other left over that I might do a a rice dish. Okay. Let's get this all in here. There we go. Now, what's really cool about this is we're going to add in some chives. I bought some chives. I've never bought chives before. But I bought some. And it said 1 to 2 teaspoons. I think that's enough. Looks like 1 teaspoon went in there. And then just a little of this guy. Now, let's get this over there. It says that you can put in 3 to 4 strips of bacon. This bacon I have right here. Chop it all up. It's the last of my bacon. Mike's dad used to put green bell peppers in his coleslaw, which I just found fascinating because it really adds some good flavor to it. Now I must be cutting up too much bacon at once. Okay, there's the bacon. And then it said 1 cup of pineapple chunks. And I found these at Whole Foods the other day. Non-GMO pineapple. Now, it called for pineapple chunks. And I think they need to be chopped up. If I could have gotten tidbits, I would have gotten tidbits. But then this will go really good with the ham salad because it's pineapple. Go. And this can, I think, costs like $2 and something. And I think the pineapples were like $7 or $8. I was like, dang. That's kind of salty. Hey, look, that's just about right. Pulled out just the right amount. And there's 1 cup of pineapple. Get this juice thrown in there. Why not, right? Sometimes you see these recipes, and if you like the components of it, then it's all good. Okay, so then it said 1/2 cup of grated carrots, but instead, I think I'm going to put in some peppers instead of the carrots. We're going to do bell peppers. All right, now I'm only going to put in, it said 1/2 cup. So I'm only going to cut that guy. And then I'm only going to cut this guy. I want to get these guys kind of small. So you, yeah, oh yeah, this is nice. I'm telling you, the pita bread I did the other day, that recipe, that video is going to be awesome when I go get to make it. I was ecstatic doing those. But it called for 8 inches of a pita bread. I really think it should be more of a 6-inch. Because you could probably use that for tortillas, pita bread, naan bread. I mean, that recipe, was magnificent. And the texture, just to rip it apart and eat it, oh, it's delicious. Okay, so this is just a half a cup, and that's probably about closer to a cup of, but it's really pretty. And then I just want to put just a little bit of onion in there. Not much. Go. Chop it small, just so you get a little flavor in there. There we go. Okay. So, this is the coleslaw. I don't have anything in it yet, so why don't I just do this? See, that's a lot of coleslaw, and I stopped at 8 cups. And here's my recipe of sauce. Now, I'm not going to pour it all on, just to see. That's probably about half. Oh my goodness, this is beautiful. What a beautiful coleslaw. Oh, you can make this coleslaw for a family get-together. Hamburgers on the grill. Hot dogs. Oh, I'm spilling it all over the place. So let's see what it tastes like. I'm not going to put any more dressing on it. I'm going to let it chillax and do its thing. So anyways, coleslaw. Page 161 of the book. We'll see you next time when it does ham salad. Hello, it's Marianne again at Cooking Pro Tips, and here's a pro tip. This little guy right here is the perfect little chopper to have. I'm going to chop it. So the recipe we're doing now is ham salad, and it calls for 2 cups of cubed cooked ham, and that's what I have here. So I'm going to put that in here. Okay. There's that. Now, it says to have a 1/4 cup of finely chopped dill pickles. Well, I got it in a food processor. I'm just going to get me out some pickles. 1, 2, 3. That's probably going to be enough. And if not, we'll add more. Okay, That's just the way this recipe is going to roll. Now we're going to add in a 1/4 cup of mayo. Just use this one. All right. There we go. Now, I could have used my big food processor, but I didn't think about that soon enough, and I'd already gotten this one lid dirty. Okay, now Dijon mustard, 1/2 teaspoon. Oop, I think I went over that. And I have some lemon juice. It says fresh squeezed. 1 tablespoon. That looks good. And then it says 3 hard-boiled eggs. 1, 2, 3. I've never put this much stuff in my little machine here. Wow. Gotta bring you in closer. You just use your thumb. Let's spin you around a little bit. That egg up. All right. Get him all spun around. I think it would have been better in my bigger one. Eggs all chopped up. Pickle looks like it all got chopped up. Yep. A little bit more liquid in there. There we go. It's really fine down there. You know what? Hang on. Okay, I'm back. I had a little bit of Miracle Whip in it. However, it still seems like it's dry. But it was a way overload on this machine, that's for sure. Too full. Didn't get to do the spinning like it should have. But it turned out pretty good. Because that does look like ham salad. Now my eggs are very yellow yolky, almost orangey. Oh, the pickle is still big, but okay. It definitely has to sit, it said. But I have a little piece of my pita bread. Let's see what it tastes like. Oh man, this bread's nice. So here we go. Pickle juice. That's what it needs. Yeah, now it's creamier. So it had enough creamy. I just needed some more liquid. That's really good. So we're going to leave this sit in the refrigerator. It's only 11 o'clock here today. And then we'll have our lunch. That's a nice ham salad. Hi, it's Marianne, Cooking Pro Tips. In this week's meal, we made pita breads. Look at this. It's the only one that did it, but hey, it did it. And we have our ham salad that I'm going to spread in here. This is a nice ham salad. I kind of got it on my food processor, my little guy. I could have probably had it a little bit heavier, you know, or whatever, but not as chopped up. It's pretty fine. But here's my sandwich. And this is our coleslaw. And I'm putting the coleslaw right in here. Oh my gosh, just look at this. So this is my homemade pita bread, ham salad, and coleslaw. And let's get a bite. Mmm. Mmm. Oh, that's good. Oh, that's very good. Mmm. Mm-hmm. Okay, things I would do different. I would cut the coleslaw in half if they're only a family of 2. I'd cut the recipe in half. Ham salad, I'd cut that recipe in half too. And on the pita breads, it said to make them into 8-inch circles. And I would cut that size down to a 6-inch. Just cut, because if it was this, would have been a 6-inch. Probably would have been over here. Just would have been nicer. Maybe a little thicker. It said thin, and I wrote them out thin, but as you can tell, it's tearing over here. I didn't fill it up all the way, which is a good thing. So, four to 6 people in a family, full recipe of the coleslaw would be fine. Full recipe of the ham salad would be fine. And if you like these, the other day we did it and we folded them, rolled them up like a tortilla, which is a great deal too. So anyhow, I would definitely recommend this in the Joy of Cooking cookbook. Thanks for visiting. Thanks for eating with us. Thanks for cooking with us. And we'll see you next time.